My I thought that I thought that song would be bigger than it is right now.
I said this. I just said they needed a good marketing strategy for the song to be bigger than what it is right now. I said the song has the potential to be big, but
Mm.
if the right people and the right team and the right moves and the right, if they go through the right doors, I don't know. Sometimes
But
releasing music
yeah.
has to do with the rollout. Sometimes the rollout helps a lot, you know.
Mm.
But the rollout of the song was,
Yeah.
they just, I don't know. I don't know what they capitalized on because they needed something to capitalize on before releasing the song.
Yeah, but I felt like they really went intensive on their media tour. Like they were everywhere.
Yeah,
They
they were
were on
everywhere. Yeah,
Napster, they were on these
yeah. Eddie
French
came
radio
this.
stations.
Yeah, Eddie came this wave on the podcast. Rhythms went
Yeah.
to Chakara.
Readings
Like they did everywhere. They went
exactly.
both to Napster. They went to Sweet FM, Canada, everywhere.
Mm.
Yeah. So I
So I
don't.
don't know. I don't know.
No, that's not the point. The point is they released the song and tried to market it. This the
Mm-hmm.
rollout. There's something they call rollout. Your rollout dictate the energy in which people write the song with.
Mm.
So the rollout was slow, and they tried to promote the song. They tried to promote the song without a good rollout. That's just what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried to promote it because there are some artists, there are some kind of songs that need very big rollouts, and there are some songs that need that the artist just the name of the guys on them will sell the song.
Mm-hmm.
For example, somebody like Jovi, he doesn't need rollout, but he actually creates a rollout by causing controversy and causing a buzz. But
Mm-hmm.
if you think of it critically, he doesn't need that much of a rollout. Somebody like Loco needs a rollout. In some sense, it's
Okay.
kind of weird. Like he needs and he doesn't need it. Like Mem shows. That song became
Yeah. He
almost a
didn't
hit.
need it for the.
Yeah, the song became a hit without a rollout.
Mm-hmm.
Like the song spoke to people. Though when I listened to the
Mm-hmm.
song, I said I was on the fence with that song. I was on the fence. It can be a hit and it cannot be a hit because the song never had that hit potential to it. The hit potential is like the hit factor. When you listen to the song for the first time, it's
Mm-hmm.
like boom, like whoa. Yeah, that Meme shows
Yeah.
never had it. But when you listen to the song more than 3 times, you start getting the message in it. You start getting where the direction of the song. I believe that's why
Mm-hmm.
the song is a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that song, the rollout wasn't what it was
Mm-hmm.
because just rhythms. Like I said, if every artist that feature on a song treat the song like their song
Mm-hmm.
and promote the song like their song, like Blanche going for media tour on the song, like promoting the song, Eddie promoting the song, rhythms promoting the song, Carl Breezy promoting the song.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody on that song promoted the song like their single, I think, especially Blanche, I think the song would have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like the artists who had the song, they were the ones promoting the song. Lord Junior, what's up?
Hi,
Fam is
Lord.
coming in. So, yeah, I guess that I just think that's one of the weak sides of the song. Like when I heard it, I said that song had the potential of becoming a big song if. Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what up? Is Deli B? I guess we will be giving our intro now. Yeah, it's Deli B, and
Yeah.
welcome to Contrast Podcast. Yeah, another episode of Contrast Podcast on Deli B Mo YouTube channel. And I'm with my
Mm-hmm.
co-host. What's up, co-host? Introduce yourself this time.
Yeah. So I'm Ita and from Chakara TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So today we'll be talking about. We're kind of thinking about how to give the title of this one because it's based on somebody's point of view in the industry, a comedian in the industry. So instead of just asking, I just decided to ask this question instead of because we had two questions. One was one would have the answer of this one, and
Mm.
yeah, so I just had to bring this one up, use this one, so we can talk about it because we had to just go to every direction since a comedian brought it up, and we talk about music. So oh, I feel it. What? Ngwa, I don't get it. Ngwa is saying something. Can you read it? You say, wow,
Well, I feel
DJ
so
Jack,
good
what's
to watch
up?
another live chat from Daily Bimo.
Okay, it feels
That's what
so
he
good
said.
because when I saw the name tag, I'm watching it on my PC. So when they tag it, the name is so big that it hides some of like the G, the lower part of the G.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So Ngwa, what's up?
And
What's up? Welcome to the family. And I think this is your first time catching us live. So welcome.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, fam, everybody, if you're here watching us right now, just give us a sign. Even if you're just tuning in, just give us a sign so we know you're in the building. So, fam,
just
okay,
say hi.
everybody's here.
Yeah.
DJ Jobs, okay.
Hi,
You
DJ
included me
Jobs.
today. You decided to include my name today. Yeah. DJ Jobs, what's up? At least you know, call it boss lady today. Yeah. So the topic of today we are is something subjective, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is the entertainment in Cameroon like you guys? If you've seen it, if you have your opinions to drop, you can drop it. If you have any things, if you have topics that you think of, there are things that you are aware of. Okay, he has
Mm-hmm.
corrected it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can see it now. Wow. Yeah, what's up? Thank
Yeah.
you for joining us. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group, I think, I have to go back and copy it to post it here so you can be part of the WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group, okay? Almost everybody that comes here and comments, everybody that contributes, they are part of the WhatsApp group. So it's easy for them to contribute or give topics. If you have any topic in the industry, or have anything confusing you in the industry that you would like to. Why the fuck am I seeing myself this way?
Mm.
Is the sound
There's
okay?
something on your sound.
Yeah, easy back.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's back. Hi, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, what's up? DJ Job say he's good. I'm good, guys. Please, live update so I know how the lady is doing. Live update. Okay, you want live update today? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, since I'm the moderator, since I'm the host, I think I should start.
you
Then we
start.
get
Yeah, good.
yeah. Yeah, it does your bullet the time around. Live update. I've been living my best life. I guess that's it. Yeah, just chilling and working and not mainly working, but
Mm.
chilling and work when I have to. Do I have?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bad thing because I'm piling a lot of work that when I
Mm.
actually want to work, I'll be overloaded, like overwhelmed, and it may take
Mm.
me back to that mind state. But I've been playing or jamming too much, so I need to calm it down, tone it down. And as
Okay.
for the boss lady, she has been getting the bag. So tell them now. Let me throw the ball over to you.
Yeah, so on my end, I don't know, for some reason I've just gotten into documentaries a lot. For the past days now, I can say I've watched like 10 more than 10 documentaries
Mm.
on YouTube. There's this channel, DW Documentaries. I've just been watching documentaries like crazy a lot. The documentaries are really interesting.
About who?
So there was this documentary I watched about like the craziest things like racism in Germany. I just clicked on it and I was
Oh
interested to watch.
yeah,
I watched another
that one.
documentary about the fashion industry, like those who work behind the scenes of the fashion industry, all the hard work that they put in place, like a lot, like diverse topics. I just scroll through and I'm just like, okay, I like this. I click and I watch and stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
So other than walking and like the people say, get in the back.
But you are
I've
getting the
been
bag. Of
I've been watching a
course.
lot of documentaries, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's live update for you. So DJ Jai, what's up?
Hmm.
Live update.
Yeah.
So then we jump into the topic of today.
Hmm.
Saying because we are asking, is entertainment lucrative in Cameroon? We wanted to ask how long does it take to make it, but I know it's subjective. So we just had to get into the mind state for you to tell us, is entertainment lucrative in Cameroon based on your experiences, based on what you've seen, based on your stats? Okay, because even when this topic came up, it brought me back to when I thought about bringing paparazzi to Cameroon, and everybody was against the fight. That idea, everybody was
Oh,
against it. Okay, DJ just said, I'm good, just school and hustle. Straight up, bro,
okay.
straight up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it brought me back to that whole idea of paparazzi in Cameroon, like introducing paparazzi, and I said I should introduce it. They said no, no. It just made me realize that okay, it means this thing is not actually lucrative in Cameroon. There's a lot of fronting than actually living in the industry. There's a lot of fronting
Yeah.
than actually living the successful life. So is entertainment lucrative in Cameroon? Okay, is it I know lucrative is a very simple word that everybody knows, so I don't want to use feel like because we all here we contribute a lot to this thing, we have some kind of vocabulary. I never wanted to say is it profitable. I never wanted to use profitable, like lucrative, very short, and it can fit on the caption and shit. So is entertainment lucrative in Cameroon? That's what we're talking about today. So, what prompted this topic today, Ida?
Yeah, so some of us know Spakoli. He's a comedian, and why he got into my radar was because he always puts out videos where he talks about topics that impact our society. He talks about social issues, and sometimes he adds comedy into it. But he's always talking about the trending topics. I remember during the time for the whole Lyrica Joe and Jovi thing,
Yeah.
and Jovi responded. Then Lyrica Joe responded. He made a video where he was in a hospital, and he was like, "Jovi, look at me now. I'm here taking my blood pressure. Look what you have done to me." like, if something happens to me, that will pay my bills and stuff like that. So it was kind of funny, but yeah, he tackles topics in that kind of humorous way. Yeah. So even when the whole bill came out,
Yeah.
what he did was he went to this place where they were molding blocks, and he was like carrying blocks, lifting blocks, and he was like, okay, since the government has put out this bill, he has given up entertainment and he has gone in now to Shanti work and stuff. Yeah. So he always talks about stuff like that. Yeah. So he put out this post asking like he has been in the game for 10 years.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Will he ever make it?
Critically.
Will he ever make it?
Being in the
Yeah.
game is one thing, okay? Being funny is one thing, but what is your strategy? What is your business move strategy in the game? Being in the game, yeah, you're funny, everybody watch you, you do all these videos, you do all that, and when you get that attention from all the videos you watch, because I remember, I think that was in 2010, I think 10 or 9, that they had a CD, Sparko and Zachary.
I can remember seeing something that I used to move around. I think I even saw him one time in Munya Market selling his CD.
And he was also in Bamenda selling those CDs too, with a backpack with those CDs in them. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so he traveled right from Munya Market in the southwest region to the northwest region in Cameroon, Bamenda, selling those CDs. And I believe that was his own means to get his work across, get his project or make money from his craft.
Yeah.
That simply showed me that he never had a real structure in place. He never had a real structure in place that could help him mass produce and sell those CDs or even market them, because he never had marketing. What he had was he will sell the CD in there, you have to discover it for yourself. He never had the opportunity to actually promote it.
Yeah.
Back then, because back then you never saw guys promoting, doing this Facebook promotion, like boasting or promoting, sponsoring your post, or TV stations couldn't even accept it because the quality back then was
Was
bad.
not good enough.
Yeah, TV stations couldn't accept it. So even guys who know about those CDs like us, we just heard it from friends and we wanted to watch it, or a friend had it and we just said, okay, let's watch it. Though the quality was bad, but we got some humor from it. We got humor from it. Being in the industry for that long and you still haven't figured out a marketing strategy. I don't know, or you still haven't had a team or had somebody who actually know how to market you as a person and
Mm.
as to market your craft. I don't know how long it'll take him to do that again. So
Mm.
yeah. So him complaining right now is just like him realizing that maybe he's stuck. He doesn't have a way forward. Like he doesn't know what to do other than what he knows already. Like selling the CDs on the backpack or sharing on Facebook groups or boosting the Facebook posts and all that. He's stuck. Like he doesn't know what he has to do to move, to bridge the gap, like to get across.
Mm.
Yeah. So sometimes it just depends on who he's surrounded by, who is interested in him, who's his agent. I believe he doesn't have one. Who's his agent, who is his manager, and all that. You know.
Yeah, I don't think he has all of that. And I was just like, I don't know. I one thing which I think also holds some entertainers down is working hard instead of working smart. Like
Yep.
you can move all the whole street. You can go to the Bamenda, go to the Boya
Yeah.
markets and all that. Work really hard, but if you don't put in the smarts there, you don't analyze and say, okay, this is the strategy I use this time. It's time for
Yeah.
me to change the strategy to try this other stuff, try this other stuff, and you keep on doing the very thing and expecting different results.
Yeah.
Some call it madness. Yeah, some call it madness. Yeah, so it's very important for entertainers to put in that smart in whatever they do. Sometimes I also think something holding them back is hmm, they are more attracted to the lifestyle that the entertainment world can bring than the work that the entertainment world puts in place. Like you fall in love with the destination instead of the journey. It's like
Mm.
you see the Lee Wayne and whichever comedian living the high life and the smoking the weed, the drugs, the parties and stuff. And that's what really excites you about it all. What the behind the scenes doesn't really excite you. So what you really focus on is that high life. And that's what you spend most of your time doing. And people know you on the streets, but that high life doesn't give you enough time to sit down and strategize on
Yeah.
how can I really get this bag. Yeah, so I don't know Sako personally, but I say I know a little bit about him, but I don't know him that much. But I just like I've heard one or two things about him, and so I'm not going to directly judge him, but I'm just going to say from the little I know about him, I just feel like he needs more of the putting in the smarts than the hard work. Yeah.
Is it right? Is smoking weed? Yeah, smoke like the lifestyle gets them, but I know that most artists like comedian be it artists like musicians and comedians, the thing that
Mm,
actually makes them blow up is their relatability. Like anybody in the street or everybody watching, you know, they can relate to you. That's why when you see them become famous, it's very difficult for them to gain that same attention that they got when they were coming up, because when they were coming
mm,
up they were actually they related to the lay person, like the everyday person. But when they move above that stage in life, they s- they don't connect. You know, they don't
mm,
connect. That's what. So the problem now with what you just said is they try to disconnect themselves from the reality and try
mm.
to connect themselves with something which they wish they had,
Yeah, the destination
the
instead of the journey.
destination.
Yeah.
So when they try to live it that way, they lose the touch with reality. So they can't connect to the lay person, the person who is supposed to make them blow up. Most artists, like most comedians, their biggest jokes come from things that relate to the society. Their
Mm,
biggest jokes, their biggest gigs. So
mm-hmm,
when you feel like you need to live that lifestyle, like live the lifestyle of like a Dave Chappelle or a basket mouth in Africa,
mm,
let's just say basket mouth or AY, you can't live the
mm,
lifestyle that these guys have. Even AY sometimes he tries to do. I just got a message, but he tries to do like things that relate to people on the ground level. That's why he use all this. Like he's so rich, but the kind of comedy he does is like for somebody who is broke,
mm,
because he knows that that's the majority of people who consume the work. That's the kind of people who consume the art. Those are the guys who make him blow up. Those are the guys who always give him the views, make his views go up. The Cameroonian
Yeah.
comedians, like their lifestyle, the way they post on social media, AY, it's very difficult to see him post all these glam pictures. He's a comedian. You don't see him doing that. Though he posts it once in a while, but it's not what he needs to post all the time. But a comedian in Cameroon will want to be flashy.
Yeah, but I don't think like the person we are talking about, Spakoli, he is not the flashy type. Sometimes I even feel like he needs more branding. He's not the flashy type. He's the type of person who will go and sit on sand with clothes that don't really look that flashy, just like everyday clothes, and just sit on sand and he makes his video. He's the kind of person who will stand in front of a cardboard house with his big t-shirt and shorts and make a video. Like I instead feel like he needs more branding. And let me look for another example, like Danny Green. This is another comedian who, okay, he tries to brand himself, but also he is a very relatable person. For example, when the whole thing happened in Douala, he made a video where he was walking in the water and crying
Yeah,
and like, look
crying.
at
Yeah,
Cameroon,
I
look at
just
my
saw it
hometown and
today.
stuff like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I don't think one thing, I don't think our comedians have gotten to that stage where of over branding. I think the branding, which is the fake lifestyle, is more in the it's more, you find it more in the music world.
Yep.
I don't know, like even the movie industry, yeah, the actresses, they like to over brand too. But the comedians still keep it real. They still keep it real. By the way, most of the time they always share the funny videos on Instagram and stuff. They
Yeah.
hardly even share
They
personal
hardly even.
pictures and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We might not want to blame the Cameroonian system, because at the end of the day, there's not much you can do about the system. What you can really do is what you as an individual can do. That's what you have control over.
Yeah.
But we need to also admit that the system, the Cameroonian system, has a role to play in the fact that either the comedians or the artists are not really getting the amount of money they deserve to get.
Okay, so DJ Jab said it's very profitable, but not, but it's low as compared to other countries. Yeah, it is, because there's one factor too. You have the population of the country. Like Nigeria has the market, they have the population, they have the market. Though Cameroon has the market too, because if you think about it, we just simply need to know how to know what, because when you do music, you're doing music for the reach. When you get the reach, you know, you find what your population is interested in. Since you already have the reach, you introduce what they are interested in to them to actually make money. So that's one of the things artists don't get. They haven't figured it out yet. Okay, because very few of them have. Like somebody like Malox, now he has Boavomang. Malox rarely release music now. Boavomang is giving him money. Okay, mostly the big names go to Boavomang now and Drake. Like it's always full 24/7. Like, come on, like business. Okay, how many A-list artists in Cameroon have like a brand, a successful brand, like any business that is really successful? How many of them? And what's the business? I just want to know. If anybody knows, like guys, if you're watching me and you know any of them, any business, any successful artist in Cameroon has, tell me. Apart from starting their own record label.
Yeah, I know Blanche Bailey just started her beauty stuff, but it's still too early to tell. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it just started. It's not even up to a year old, so it's still too early to tell. Yeah, so she has is it member years? I've forgotten the name of them. Yeah, it's like a whole beauty parlor stuff. It really looks fancy and good. So
Yeah.
yeah. Other than her, I don't know. I cannot think of any other person. I think just Blanche Bailey is coming to mind. Because the whole Boko Gang merch is not Jovi's initiative. It's somebody else's initiative, but they are using like, yeah, linking it to Jovi and his
Yeah.
movement.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think I heard Salatia or Mr. Liu have a restaurant like in Boya. That way, I think they have.
Yeah, so yes, Mr. Leo has a restaurant in Boya at Maningo. But I don't know. Last time I was in Boya, I don't think it's functional anymore. I don't know. Maybe I didn't take note, but if it was really functional, I would have noticed.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know back about 3 years back he had a restaurant. Yeah, at Malingo.
So Eze Roy Comedy is saying he's inviting us on Monday to talk with comedians directly, so we know we get their problems firsthand. That they are too humble to the extent they are too humble. What does he say? Humble to a fault, which is not good, and to an extent because it doesn't make others dream. Nate, what's up? You miss us.
Okay. Okay, so hi Neto. So it's alright. What you're saying is comedians actually are successful, but they are just too humble to show it. Is that what you're saying?
No, no, not that. It's like because I think he has to elaborate like others dream. To an extent, it doesn't make others dream. It means they don't show the wealth. Like, yeah, it's kind of like okay, maybe they don't show how successful they are. That it doesn't make others dream. Because in Cameroon, I know there are so many successful comedians. You have Mustik and Takam. Those two are really successful. I know that one for a fact. Because Takam, only his YouTube check. Yeah, only his YouTube check is almost, if you convert it to France CFA, it's almost about 8 figures every month. So Takam is successful, but he has a team. He has employed others. Mustik, I don't know if he has employed others, but I know about Takam. Um, what's this other group? Uh, yeah, it's true because Takam, you don't always see him posting those flashy things, but sometimes I realize that he's successful because of compare his first videos to his videos now, like his home where he shoots now. You know that's his home, and you see the upgrade in his house. But the way he dressed in that house before making his videos, actually he's trying to still stay like he wants to be relatable to the streets and the rest. It's same with Mustik, the charismatic. You have the only person that I know, I think he's supposed to be making money now, and I don't see it, is Kola Sucre. Even that their group, the whole that group, I've forgotten the name of that group. That Takam was formerly there, Kola Sucre was formerly there. What's the name of that group? Lebao. Yeah, Lebao. I think in that Bao there are two successful guys there, Kola Sucre and Takam. The rest, there's one girl there. I don't know about the others, but I think three of them are successful. But I don't know about. I think there were 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, that's the name Lebao. So I think 5 or 6 of them were in the group, but I know about 3 of them that actually broken through on YouTube. That can actually have their Swaggy. What's up?
Hey, Sagi, welcome.
Yeah, see, Takam has outgrown that group. Listen, there's nothing like Takam has outgrown the group. Yeah, Takam. You know what? That's the mentality about us. The Migos. Because if that was the case, like Quavo would have left the group a long time ago. Even Offset, when he started having all those number one hit songs with Tiger and everybody else, and Quavo never had those hit songs, he would have left the group a long time ago. They would have left Take Off behind. Offset and Quavo. So that's the problem with Cameroon. Even Kola Sucre now has his own channel now, and the girl who was with them, I don't know where the girl is. I don't know where, but I know Takam Kola Sucre still acts with one of the guys that was still in Lobao. One of them, I still see one black guy that acted like one skit with him about the mask. It was like the mask. I think it was still about. But what I'm just saying is there are so many successful YouTubers, like comedians that are successful on YouTube. Junior, God punish you. Clown. Okay, you don't join on a comedian. I thought you were a rapper. It's Swaggy. I thought you were a rapper. Okay, so
I've suffered.
okay, so like I get your point now, is it right? There are so many successful comedians in Cameroon, but they don't actually show the wealth. I understand that because that's their brand. Being successful, a successful comedian in Cameroon, if you want to be flashy in Cameroon and try to act like a Cameroon comedian, nobody will
Mm.
relate to you. Trust me,
But
nobody will
my,
relate.
but my question is, why are many Anglophone comedians focusing more on Instagram? Does Instagram pay? Can
No,
Instagram videos be monetized? Because I feel like a lot of
not yet,
Anglophone
but
comedians.
I heard. I'll tell you how they make money on Instagram on every platform. Don't worry, I'll tell you all that. But
Because
very soon, I think
my
Instagram will be paying on IGTV. I think very soon they'll be paying. TikTok is paying now. Um, Facebook is paying
my
now.
Yeah, my worry is that, right?
Yeah,
Some comedians focus on
Instagram.
the popularity,
Eric,
because
what's up?
like with Insta hi Eric, like with Instagram you can get the popularity,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's faster than YouTube. I don't know, because
Instagram?
I've not really been
No, it's
focusing
not
on
faster than
Instagram that
YouTube.
much. So
Because
I'm wondering why a lot of people are focusing on Instagram instead of YouTube, where you can monetize your video and get paid.
Instagram is very cheap to run Instagram than YouTube. Instagram, you can just shoot the
Oh,
video on your phone and edit it with those apps on your phone and upload it on Instagram.
yeah,
But YouTube,
yeah,
you need to make it. YouTube is like TV. You need to make it a little bit
yeah,
professional. You need to customize your channel. You need to make it horizontal, like make the videos horizontal, like But Instagram, you can just
yeah,
post a square shit. You can just make it anyhow you want to make it, but you need to get your jokes out.
yeah.
And it's short, straight to the point. But YouTube is very difficult to post 30 seconds video on YouTube. It's very funny for somebody to actually load YouTube to watch something just for 30 seconds. It's funny. But
Mm-hmm,
Instagram, you can just watch it and scroll through. That's why most of them
mm-hmm.
focus on Instagram, because they can just do short skits and move on. Short skits and move on.
Yeah, because I know YouTube is more work, but
Yeah.
in
In the
the
long
long term,
run,
it's
it's profitable.
profitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are billionaires out of, I mean, sorry, millionaires. I don't know if there's any billionaire, but I know millionaires
From
out of
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
In France,
So,
CFA, there are billionaires on YouTube.
oh yeah, in France, I was looking at the dollars, but yeah, in France, definitely,
France, CFA, there are
definitely they are
billionaires on YouTube.
billionaires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that might be one issue too. Focusing on the Instagram and putting all your effort, and
Yeah.
then not really getting the payback. For example, you have Sparkle's videos which he does on Facebook. Sometimes, let me say, if I'm talking about a topic which is related to a video which he did,
Yeah.
I sometimes attach it to my YouTube videos, and you see a lot of people commenting, really engaging. I remember there was even somebody who was like, I want to get in touch with this guy. Then his manager came and commented on that, get in touch with me, left his phone number and stuff. I was like, look at, I've taken your video and I've put it on my channel, and probably the revenue is going to come to me. But
Yeah.
you can do this instead of putting these videos for free on Facebook.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube and make the money.
Sometimes just the thought of them starting from zero, like when they post it on YouTube, they just believe it's a lot of work to get guys from Facebook come and watch it, Instagram or Twitter to come and watch it, and you put your first video on YouTube, just get just 5 views, 10 views. It's frustrating because guys don't get to watch it. But they think about platforms where they can easily share it, like Facebook. So they decide to go to Facebook just to get the reach to make people see it. But they don't know YouTube. The more you post with time, one add up to two, three add up to four. When you get to 500, you can start getting like 10 views, 20 views. When you get to 1,000, it explodes. So they don't
Yeah.
know. Just the thought of starting from scratch, that's what discourages so many guys from getting into YouTube. Just that thought of starting from scratch, because you have, I think, like 2 to 3 months just to keep posting, like for nothing. Just
But I'm just saying, like, his statement was, okay, he has been in the game for 10 years.
yeah.
And what is 3 months compared to 10 years?
Joyce,
If you
what's
ra-
up?
Yeah, hi Joyce. So if you just channel that, and that's why I say we need to really think about working smart instead of working hard. Like,
Okay.
what is the smart move for me now?
Yeah, so Nato is asking a question. He said he's planning to get into music, okay? But he wants to know if it's profitable, because personally he thinks you are just putting money in just to get the attention. But if money comes out of it, it's luck. That's the mentality, and that is that's what we are here to address. That's the mentality most guys have in the industry. Most of you just believe when you put out the music, you get the popularity. It's luck if somebody likes you and want to book you for a show. All these things are planned. I did a whole video about it, addressing it, aiming at Blanche when she said something like, the higher you go, it's difficult for you to get shows. Like, most of you need to know, when you have a hit song or when you're popular, you have the market, you have the leverage at that point. It's up to you, your team, your management team, to leverage that popularity or that attention you have at that point to organize maybe a show, a tour, or release an EP like Fish and sell the CDs out to your fans who actually want to come and see you. Like, every venture you do should be surrounded around you generating some sort of revenue, even though it is not directly aimed at, like, don't let, it's kind of complicated. The best way to make money from Cameroonians is not to make them know you're making money from them. It's just to make them know they're having fun with you while you make money with them or make money from them. That's the best way to make money in Cameroon. So while reaching out to them, you know you have the market, because most of these companies that book you for shows, they know you have the market, they know you'll fill the seats, you know you'll bring the attention, you bring the crowds that will come there when they are doing their product placement, like selling their drink, do product placement, like advertising the logo of a company like MTN, like doing their promotion plan, like when you come to their shows, they say if you come to their shows, you may buy, I don't know. It's just putting the name MTN out there. Like, every time in Cameroon, every time you see a yellow t-shirt, even though MTN mark is not in it, MTN comes to your mind. That's how powerful that marketing is. So they use all these popular guys to leverage your popularity, because they know you guys don't know what to do with it. So they use your popularity to market their brand. So what artists don't know in Cameroon is they don't know that when they have the popular songs, like when they drop their pics, they have this numerous amount of likes. You're actually reaching out to people. And if you have anything, even if you post a pic doing a product placement, even if it's your product, and you have, like, guys like Blanche who drop pics now have 30k likes, you may have just, let's just say, out of 30k, just 100 guys, or even 1000 out of 30k who actually see a product in it and ask what's that. You will have some guys like that. So companies who pay you to market their products like that, they'll give you chicken change from the money, and make most of it. The money they give you, they can make times 10 of that money, just from that 1000 guys. But if the product is actually yours, for example, that's why we talked the last time. I said, look at what Rihanna did. She, instead of collaborating with a makeup brand, she made hers and launched it. The first launch, she just became $400 million rich. The second edition she dropped, boom, $1 billion. So that's how it is. That just shows you how much money these big companies make by using your popularity, by using the heat you have. Like, when you have the heat, you have the popularity, you have the leverage. So the companies use you, they pay you. Okay, a company like, you see somebody like Meg Thee Stallion, she just signed a deal, or Cardi B that signed a deal with Fashion Nova, I think $5 million, or Meg Thee Stallion just signed a deal, $2 million for a year, But with a makeup brand, if it was actually hers, like the day she dropped it, she would have made, I think, 40 million. But that company is making that money, but they've just signed a deal with you to tell you this is a good deal, just make 1 year. After that, if you want to renew it, you can, all that. But you don't actually know how much sales they've made. You may know, but you're under contract. After that, you may want to launch yours, but your fans or the guys who are already used to you selling that one, they may not purchase the next edition. They may be already fond of the one owned by the company which you've marketed before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all these things like NATO, there's actually money in the industry. You just have to know what your demographic likes, then leverage them, because since they're attracted to you because of the music, you actually leverage it. Okay, you actually leverage it and come up with your own product and sell to your own fans instead of making a company. So there's actually money in the industry. It's lucrative. So don't say it is luck. It's planning. It's strategy.
Yeah, I also think one thing which will help is us having more young entrepreneurs getting into the game.
Yeah.
It's like most of these artists, when you hear they have brand deals and stuff, you see these are businesses. And Cameroon, I don't think we have enough businesses to be able to use all of these artists as brand ambassadors. I think we need
Yeah.
more businesses. Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely need more businesses in Cameroon. Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
listen. What? That's what I'm saying. You're talking about more businesses that will make more artists brand ambassadors, right? But I'm talking about the artists becoming the brands themselves.
Yes, but I think artists don't have the mindset to build a business. They don't I'm not calling anybody short, but I'm just saying that the life you see behind the scenes artists living is not the mindset that you need to have a strategic to have plans of, okay, this is how a business will function and I'm going to excel in business. That's why you see a lot of artists getting into business and after 1 or 2 years it's not successful anymore. Artists don't have Cameroonian artists don't yet have that mindset to start a business. I'm not It's not like I'm looking
What
at
you're saying
anybody
is the
low,
fact,
anything.
because yeah, what you're
Yeah,
saying is truth, is the truth. Because listen, for
yeah.
you guys watching, if you want to cut this part of the video and post, okay, this one is a fact, okay, guys, call 4 Cameroon A-list artists or any artist who has a business out of music. But just off my head, I can call, I think, 10 musicians out of Cameroon who have businesses, and most of their money don't come from actual music. So Swaggy just asked, what about artists who don't have hits? So it means they will not be able to make money. So okay, for those guys who don't yet have hits, okay, I just know when you have a hit, it makes the work easier. So for those guys who don't have hits, what you focus on now is this is a chapter in that audiobook that I'm trying to bring out right now. Okay, so since you're starting small, okay, you start small. Start with a demographic, like with a city. Don't start with a region. Just start with a city, okay. Market. You first of all start like working for free. I think it was in 2016. Jovi released a song saying all the artists and no one's to sing for free. Like there's a point in your career when you do it for free. Even YouTubers did it for free for some time. Even Ita can
Yeah.
testify. There's a time when you do it for free. Sometimes you ask yourself, why the fuck am I doing this shit? Yeah. So there's a time when you do it for free. But if you're doing it with a goal in mind, with aiming at something, every step you do, everything you do, you aim at you aim it at achieving that goal. Like every process you take, you are building a bridge towards that goal. Like you release a song, you market it towards a small region in that country, make yourself known, okay, make yourself have some sort of leverage, then you reduce your accessibility to everybody there. But you make what you do and your art always prevalent everywhere. Like in clubs, you make friends in clubs. Since you're starting, you make friends in clubs, make friends with DJs in most clubs, and tell the DJs every time, like, you promote my songs, okay, if this song, the more you promote the song, the more people who come to the club and drink, the more they'll be familiar with it. You know, so when they are familiar with it, you just tell the person in that, the owner of the club, because most DJs don't own the club, you just tell the owner of the club, you hear this song with the, then make him feel like the DJs will hype up the artist. Like, you hear the song with the play, I have a link to the artist, I can bring him to the club. So the DJ, the person now will say, okay, how much does he charge? Then the DJ now will be the person to cut the deal. And every time the DJ brings you to that club, that's how you do. You network slowly, okay, slowly, and you organize some small events since you already have. Because when I was in Bamenda, I had guys who had hit songs in Bamenda, like Ambe. At that time, Ambe was called Denzel. He had hit songs in Bamenda, but you never saw him organizing shows. But they know
Yeah.
him in Bamenda. Like, if he was organizing those smaller shows in those small parts of Cameroon, like even for 50K, like organizing, making 50K a night, making 10 shows a week, 50 times 10, that's still some money for an upcoming artist, you know. So you just have to start small, have a goal, like a target in mind. Like when you conquer like that region of the country, now you use the money which you made from that region and promote the art to the next region. That's just how you grow. That's how you grow. But to the guys who want to aim big and just want to go to explode out, when you have that kind of small leverage, you can now sign to a record label and use that leverage that you have in that small part of the country as your bargaining power, like your bargaining tool. Tell them you already have leverage in this part of the country, and you've proven yourself that your song actually can be sold. It can actually be marketed, danceable. So those guys will actually sign you, paying you money to promote, to take you out there, to bring in the team that will help market the product and all the rest, you know. So for all these upcoming artists, you don't need to aim high. You need to look at the environment, the resources you have, and try to capitalize on that. It's just like somebody rearing chicken. You just cannot think about distributing to hotels and restaurants and all these big events. You have to think about your local market. Who are these guys who sell chicken in your local market? You have to target them, like supplying chicken to them, or you sell the chicken yourself. When you make more money to the extent where you can now rear more, you now look for guys who have connections to these hotels, to these restaurants. That's how it is. Every business has, you need to network and grow. Same with music. That's why you need to have a manager, you need to have a team, because you as an artist, you need to focus on making the songs, the craft. You cannot be thinking about all those things all the time. Yep. So Malox, Blanche Bailey, Mr. Leo, Dynasty, Losha. Okay, his name now is Losha, yeah. So that's it. So yeah, DJ
Yeah, so I
Jazzy.
think he was listing some people who have businesses.
Yeah, like I
So
know about
that's
Malox.
what.
Malox one is the most prevalent that I know and the most lucrative that I'm observing. Boisvement. Malox on the Boisvement. That's, I enjoy that concept, that one he has. So as for Blanche Bailey, I heard about like the beauty parlor. Mr. Leo's one I heard about the restaurant, but I don't know if it's still functional. I don't know. Dynasty, what is it? I don't know what Dynasty has.
Yeah, I didn't know about Dynasty.
Yeah, I don't know. So DJ just said most artists come up with interviews, come out, come up on
Come
interviews.
on, interviews.
That's interviewees, right?
I think he will say interviews
And refuse to tell us the
tell
business and the businesses that they have.
Yeah, I think they have their business and they don't like to tell the fans. Yeah, but
Some of them are
I
not businesses which they believe it's reflect a star. You know, some of them are not actually businesses. That's why I said I should bring paparazzi and you rejected it. Like some of them, maybe what they actually do to earn a living, like to make money, is not what they actually want to push out there, like be proud of.
yeah.
They are not proud of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most artists, they have like a side hustle and it's not even like a business that they own.
Yeah,
They
it's a
just
side
do
hustle,
jobs,
it's not
odd
a
jobs and
business.
stuff.
Yeah.
I remember one time we had an artist and I don't know, we're just conversing and I just asked like, so what do you do apart from music? Something along those lines. And he was like, no, let's not talk about it. Yeah, some of them are really like, don't go
Yeah,
there.
so
Don't
DJ
talk about
Jabs, it
it.
means if they don't want to talk about it, it's not actually a business. It is a side hustle. It is like, yeah, it's not actually a business. It's something that they do to get by.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will not fit their brand online, their flashy Instagram
Yeah.
pics and all that stuff. Yeah, it doesn't
So
fit
Swaggy Junior is saying, how do smaller artists make record label run after them there? Like I said, you come from somewhere, like your city, your hood, you have to make
Wow.
your neighborhood like you. And then you use that as leverage. Okay. Dynasty Lotigo has a restaurant in Yaoundé. They actually cook really well there. Okay. Swaggy Junior say many artists are very big scammers. That's how Nigeria.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that thing, that was what boomed the Nigerian music industry. Those were the guys who made Nigerian music industry what it is now. For most of you who don't know the backstory of Nigerian music industry, those were the guys who boomed the Nigerian music industry. And now Nigerian music industry is something independent on its own that can actually generate revenue. So if there are those guys in Cameroon, I don't doubt it, because that's how there was no funding in Nigeria. Like, these companies never sponsored comedians, musicians, but their fundings came from there. And when they got to that stage where they could actually monetize their music and everything, they started bringing in new guys. Like this new generation now make money from the music and the business move, the endorsement. But the previous generations, like from the Yahooze, the Duncan Mighty, all those guys, even before the Two-Face, like all those guys, that's what they did to sponsor the industry to make it what it was. Because in those days they had those archaic guys with archaic mentality, like those parents that wanted to see you work, go to the farm, get a job and all that. But these guys had to do their own initiative to actually show others that this thing, if you actually sponsor or put money behind it, can actually generate revenue. So Swaggy Junior. If that's what some of them are, I don't blame it. Like, I get their point.
Yeah, but I want to hope we are not in any way saying that's the right move to
No,
go.
that's not. I'm not saying that's the right move, but I'm saying if
Yeah.
somebody is doing it, I don't blame them for doing it. Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
what about producers? We talked about producers here so many times about them going for royalties and signing. Um, when you produce a beat or you produce a song, you don't just get a payoff or get paid for your wage on that song. You can sign, you can leverage a song like your royalty on the song. Like you can say you own this and this percentage of the song. You know, every money, every time they book the artist for the show, if the song is actually a hit, every time they book him for a show, you know, every time they play the song, you may have, I think, 5,000, or depending on the the magnitude or the size of the artist, you can say you can get 5% of the actual show booking fee. If you actually, for somebody like IVO, who has 80% of Malok's hits, like were produced by IVO. That kind of a person can say every show Malos go to, he cannot perform on any of the shows without performing Tu es pour tuer, ça sort comme ça sort, sorcier, I think Un bon plantain, all those songs, all those hit songs were produced by IVO, so you cannot go to any show without performing those songs. If somebody like IVO had um, royalty in all the songs, like he said, okay, I've signed my royalties in this song. I've forgotten the word. I usually use it a lot, but I've forgotten it. I don't know. Have some equity,
Equity.
yeah, something like equity, yeah, in the music. So if he had it on Malok shows, like every show Malok's go to, he say he deserves 40% of the show, or of the royalty, or he deserves 30% of the royalty. Like that's how, yeah, for producers. That's how you should do. You should think smart. But there are some artists which you know when you produce that song, it may not be a hit because of the marketing team they have. They may not have the budget to promote it for it to become a hit. Then you can actually receive your wage for the song. But some guys, you receive your wage and the song mess around and become a hit, and you lose the
Yeah.
money. But you never know. So you can just wait. It's up to you. Okay, just for producers. Music directors should be one of the highest earners. Okay, guys like Dr. Gangster. There was one time that somebody said artists actually make the music, but video directors make the money. I think I've forgotten who said that thing one time.
Yeah. For now, I think that's true.
Yeah, somebody said it. I think 2017. Somebody made a post like that.
Yeah.
Delibi, what do you know about producers? About a producer, Mr. Leo, he
Mr. Lee.
produced like that by Tiz Panchak. I like you like that though. Is that the song you're talking about? But I never saw Mr. Leo credited as a producer on the song.
Mr. Lee.
Huh?
Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee.
Oh, Mr. Okay, it's Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
I guess I can start
I
using this.
don't I don't know if he's the person, but I was listening to somebody's song the other day, and it was also produced by Mr. Lee. And this is a person who is around Bukwango, the musician, right? He's around Bukwango, and there's this producer who I knew around Bukwango. I don't know his name that he uses for showbiz, but the name we knew him for was not Mr. Lee. But I feel like he might take up Mr. Lee. So I'm not very certain if he's a person, but yeah, there's one producer like that who comes to mind when I gave that name, Mr. Lee. I think
Yeah,
he's cool. Like I knew him back in the days, and we used to go to his studio for one thing or another.
yeah,
But yeah, he was good, and I think he's still good.
yeah. I don't know. I think, but now that you've mentioned, I think I know the song, and yeah, I think I'll do a research on him. Yeah.
Mr. Lee.
So yeah, would you guys like to join? Should we post the link or should we?
How long
What
have we
was the
been
name
going for?
you know him by? Okay, so
Yeah,
it
that's a
DJ
song.
just is asking what's the name you know him by.
I knew him as Uncle T. We used to call him Uncle T. So I don't know if he's a very person.
Okay, Uncle T.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a very person. Then he was working in a studio called Miss Lee Studios. The name of the studio was Miss Lee. Then his name was Uncle T. So I don't know
Yeah.
if now his showbiz name is Mr. Lee. I don't know. Yeah.
Uncle T, Mr. Lee. Oh, okay. So guys,
That the
should we?
producer Gamer is sleeping on. Okay.
So what?
DJ just said that is a producer Gamer is sleeping on. Who's Gamer?
I don't know. The game is sleeping on. Oh, Kame. Okay, when is say Kame? Type in error.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Kame.
Oh, Kame, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Autocorrect.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So for how long have you been going for now?
55 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah. So if you
yeah,
guys want to come in, is there anybody who wants to come in, or should I just post the link and hope anybody comes in? If nobody
yeah,
comes in, then I think we'll call it a day today.
yeah. Because just 5 minutes to get to
Just
an hour,
yeah,
so
just 5 minutes to
yeah,
get on our.
yeah. So I don't think we have actually answered the question. Okay, yeah, I think we have answered the question, but in a very
Yeah.
extensive way.
Way, yeah.
Like, is the entertainment industry lucrative? Yes, it is, but you need to know the doors to knock, the road
Yeah.
to
What
tread, and all those things. Yeah.
is yeah? It's you need to know. Yeah, we answered it already. We need to. You need to know
Mm-hmm.
your market. You need to know that you're actually the market. You're the market, so you can actually make yourself just to remain the market or the brand or the merchandise.
Mm,
Because you're the
mm,
market, that's why most of these companies come to you to give you endorsements to sell their
mm-hmm.
product because they know you own the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we've answered it. It's lucrative. It's actually lucrative, but you need to know what to do, how to
Yeah.
squeeze the money
Definitely.
out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the time doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, how long it takes doesn't matter. Yeah.
yeah, although some people will say, is it 10,000 hours, put in 10,000 hours, and that's what it takes for success. Yeah. So I guess by the time you get to 10,000 hours, if you put in the strategy and you put in your 10,000 hours, you
Yeah.
probably meet success. Yeah. You probably meet that success. You can have 10 years, but you spend like 30 minutes,
DJ
30 minutes
Grabs.
each day on your craft. Why don't you have a blog page? It will be nice, I'm sure. Yeah, why don't you have that?
Because I don't want to have it.
Okay. Okay, so I guess you have your answer
I
today.
don't like
Yeah,
blogs. I
that's
don't like.
simple.
I don't know. I don't writing on blogs. I don't have that time. The time,
Mm,
yeah, it's too much time. I
mm,
just like talking. When I talk, I get it out there. And that's it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay, what I was trying to say is like you can have 10 years in the game, but if you put in
N'est que c'est le
like
vrai magie, c'est le
30
travail.
minutes,
La fait magie, c'est
yeah.
le travail.
So if you put in like 30 minutes every day
Yeah.
into your craft for 10 years, you will not get to the 10,000 hours. So if you put in like 5 minutes each day, like 5 minutes, you gotta write a comedy, and you will not get to the 10,000 hours. So
Yeah.
it's like you can have 10 years, but you don't have 10,000 hours in the
Yeah.
game. So yeah.
That's why YouTube say you guys need to have 4,000 watch hours.
Hmm.
They want to test
Hmm.
your patience, your
Hmm.
persistence, your consistency.
Yeah. In order to get to that 4,000 watch hours, you have to. I think you put in like double the number of hours to get to
Yeah.
that 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes you just ask yourself, will I ever get there? Like,
You
so
will.
yeah, I think we've exhausted our time for today, and I posted a link
Hmm.
to the live. And is there anybody who wants to join? I think not. So thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody who contributed today. Every question you ask actually help direct the conversation.
Hmm.
Okay, how do we see the Cameroonian gospel scene? Actually, I don't see it. It's died.
Nah, it's not. I think it's not just your type of music. That's why I think it's died. Like
No,
if you talk
the
to
gospel
those in
artists I
the
listen to
gospel
is
scene,
Egbe. Like Egbe in under the 808 Nation, I listen to him. Yeah, maybe that's just not my type. of music.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I think that's the issue because you talk to those who
Because I
are
lose
into
touch to
gospel
it.
music.
I lose touch.
Mm,
Because I
yeah.
think you talked about Minister Eta. That's one of them.
Minnesota is there. You have the what's that guy's name? Is it Melody? What's that his name?
Mr. Melody.
Mr. Melody guy. You have there's this girl who came one time to Canada. It's true their publicity is not really on point. They don't really push themselves out there a lot.
Because there was
They
one
just
point in
stick.
Cameroon when gospel artists were the shit in Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
every song,
you.
like they were dominating the media waves in Cameroon. But
Mm-hmm.
now, like the reason I'm saying it has died is because Jovi killed them. Jovi came and killed it with Don't Forget.
No, I think there's space for more than
Yeah, I
one
know,
type of music to
but
exist.
no, I
Yeah.
know, but it was there's one genre of music that always dominate. But now I don't think gospel is the dominant one now. I think you
Yeah.
have this. I don't know what the sound we have now, but I just know there's a sound now. And then after that, we have Bikuti and then gospel. That sound I don't still know
Yeah.
what it is because sometimes it sounds like Nigerian, sometimes it sounds like Mjang mixed with Afrofusion. I still don't know the name of that sound, but that's what most of these popular artists like. It doesn't have a sound. Sometimes it's rumba, sometimes it's Mjang like Blanche de Mes Respect, sometimes it's like what Malox does. It doesn't have a sound, but that's what is dominating now. I just don't think you have a sound.
Yeah, the gospel musicians are mostly in the church scene, and I don't know during this period of Corona where a lot of crusades are not being had,
Yeah.
and it's I don't know if they're still getting they are getting enough money because I some gospel singers who I know that's
Yeah.
how they get money. So when there are crusades, they invite them to come and sing,
Yeah.
and they make their money. I know there are periods when there are a lot of crusades, and you have a lot of concerts and stuff. Yeah. So I think the gospel scene they are in their own scene. Your internet connection is unstable. Okay, I guess my internet connection is unstable.
Yours? No, but
Yeah, I
I
just got
can
it.
hear you.
Is it still okay? I just got a notification now. Your internet connection is unstable.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I think they are just sticking to the whole
So
the
you guys
church
heard just
scene
the
and
part that
stuff.
Jovi killed gospel music. Yeah, Jovi pushed it down, like down, down, down. Like I think this which genre of music is gospel music above right now in Cameroon? Because Cameroon, I just think it has three genres. I think Makossa. I just think it's Makossa now because you have
Okay.
the genreless or soundless music that is dominating the waves because you cannot say it's identical. It's a unique sound for like it's an identical sound for all the mainstream guys. It's just anybody using their own rumba, using their own Afrofusion, using anything, but it becomes a hit and it dominates. Or hip hop, or this kind of Malox hip hop, you know. Then you have no, you have that sound. You have hip hop. You have Bikutsi. Then you have gospel music. That's how music in Cameroon is. That's the chart of music in Cameroon. Then now you have Makossa. Those are the five. Like that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, gospel music they could definitely step up their publicity, but they are there. They are trying.
Yeah, okay. I think that will be our next episode. So let's do an episode on the genres of music in Cameroon. Yeah, I think we'll try that next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Afro jam.
Afronjang. Afronjang is Magasco. Who else does Afronjang?
I don't know. Why I'm thinking about it is Adilo Dre during his one of his most recent interviews, they asked him about Afro Jam. He was like, "It's not a thing." So I just thought about it,
Alright. Alright.
and I was like, when he said it, I was like, "Oh God, I wish Deli B was was like having a conversation with this guy."
Yeah. Alright.
You'd have had some
But-
words. You'd have had some words to share.
It means Afrofusion is not a thing. It means
Yeah.
Afropop is not a thing. if that's what it takes.
Mm.
Afro
Hi,
trap, that
hi, Asong.
he has talked about Afro trap before. It means Afro trap is not a thing. What the fuck is Afro trap?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway,
I
that
guess he has his own explanation. Like he will probably
I
have an
guess
explanation why he said that. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I guess that's a topic for another day. So guys, thank you. Okay. Um I don't think anybody wanted to join us today. Yeah, nobody. So we'll call it a day today. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. Everybody who contributed, all your questions, everything you said helped shape the conversation we had today. Okay, it helped answer the question in so many ways, because when we answer the questions and we leave out some points, you guys actually ask questions that make us go back and actually elaborate and yeah, bring out what we are talking about, actually make it clear. Okay, please, the episode should deal with the difference between these genres. That's what we are talking about. So the episode will be like the different genres in Cameroon. Okay, we will try our best to see if that episode will last for up to an hour, but it will last to an hour if you guys are there. So it's tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Cameroon time. That will be the episode of tomorrow. The various genres in Cameroon. It's a date.
3:30,
Okay.
yeah. 3:30, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody put
Okay.
3:30 in the comment if it is a date.
Your words. Your words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a date.
Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow. So yeah.
Yeah.
It,
Okay, so hi Asong. Shout out to you, DJ Jabs, and yeah, Nato too. Shout out to you.
Shout out to DJ Jabs. Shout out to Atabong Brian who came in and just said hi. Shout out to Eric. I believe Eric was watching but he couldn't comment. Shout out to
Yeah.
Swaggy, the artist who wants to know more, like an upcoming artist who wants to know how to start up. Shout out to Joyce who came
Ezeroy.
in. Shout out to Azeroy Comedy who came in. Man, the family was back today. Shout out to Ngwa who was excited to see me again today. Shout out to you too. And the first person, Lord Junior. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank everybody who tuned in today. And yeah, I think we'll call it.
Yeah,
Today.
DJ Jabs is saying 3:30 p.m. then. Yeah, 3:30 p.m.